welcome back to the August edition of Community Focus. My next guest today is Camille Jure-Snitschke, Executive Director of Children's Grief Center, Great Lakes Bay Region. Welcome to our show, Camille.
Thanks, Linda. It's great to be here.
Good. Camille, tell us all about the Children's Grief Center and how and why was it formed and what are your missions and goals?
Actually, Linda, it's been around for a while as far as the theory and the idea of it. A couple years ago, the Tony and Trish House had taken it on and then decided it wasn't something that was part of their mission. So John McKelvey called me and said, I think you'd be good at this. And it seemed like it was something that I was just set up to do as far as my experience. And it's a service that is offered to kids that we don't have right now. And by providing the service, we serve kids, teens, and their families who are grieving a death. So most grief centers and grief support groups serve 18 and older. And so this actually isn't a new concept. There's grief centers all over the country. So we have a lot of models to follow. We follow the Dougie Center out in Portland. And so we haven't had to reinvent the wheel. And it's been really great because we've had a lot of support and good solid material to use, and it's been great.
That does sound good. What type of atmosphere do you have when at
with the center?
The center.
We basically, what makes it different than usual support for kids, it's not therapy and it's not counseling. It's peer support. And so it's children helping children. It's one child having an experience and he shares it, and every kid in the room just about nods his head because they've all experienced a death. And so it's similar. And there aren't adults or people telling them, oh, you should feel this, or you should get over that, or don't worry, it'll be fine. We just listen, and we use different skills like reflective listening, and we create areas of play because we found that kids express themselves when they're playing. And it just creates a safe place for them to feel comfortable in sharing if they want to. They don't have to. We have several guidelines, rules. One of them is I pass. So at any time, you know, a child can say I pass, and amazingly enough, they actually rarely do.
Yeah.
Once one starts talking, then it almost gives permission for the other one to talk, and it's just amazing to watch.
And they're talking among peers, people of their own age and so forth, so it's not talking to an adult telling you, like you said, what to do or how to think. So I think that makes a big difference when you work with kids or others like you. So very good.
It's very therapeutic, and what we found too is we divide the kids up into their age groups. So right now we've got 3 different age groups. We've got elementary, middle school, and teens. And as we grow, we will have even defined that more. Like we'll have 2 different age groups for the elementary, and we might have what we call a littles group, which is like 3 to 5-year-olds, because it doesn't matter what age you are. Every person who's had someone die or experienced loss grieves.
Right. Now, how do the support groups work? Like when you have support groups, they're in different places. How do those work?
Actually, last year we were just at Messiah Lutheran, but we've grown so much. We're at 2 locations this year. We start in September. We run the whole school year. We run 2 nights a month. At Messiah Lutheran, we'll be starting September 21st. And our first, we're going to have open house the 14th of September. And then the first group starts the 3rd Monday of September. And then it'll be the 1st and 3rd Monday at Messiah Lutheran. And then Salvation Army will be on Tuesdays.
That's the headquarters office on
Waldo.
Okay.
And that'll be the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month. And that open house is the 15th, and the first group starts the 22nd. And so families come. They register on the website, they call us, and we give them paperwork and find out all the details and their story, and then they come for a little bit of social hour, and then the kids go off into we call it a circle, like an opening circle. They talk a little bit, introduce themselves, and then they go and play for like an hour. The parents go to another meeting on site, and that's part of it's kind of a family support system too, so because the parents get help as well, and the parents is peer support, and so they're on site and they have their own group, and then they all come back together in their own age groups, and they have a closing circle, and they say something they're looking forward to in the next couple weeks. Kind of gets them, looking into a positive light, and then they come back in 2 weeks. I've got kids that are like, we wish we could come every week. So we know we've gotten great feedback. We know it's helping, and the parents have you know, all have given us, you know, great support, and that it's been a great year for them last year, and they're all coming back this next year.
Well, that's fabulous. Now, tell me how the Children's Grief Center is supported.
We're solely funded by local, you know, individuals, foundations. The foundations in this community are phenomenal, and we've had great support already from them. Individual businesses. Anytime someone has, you know, a staff meeting or anything that they'd like me to come talk at, I'd be willing to do that. It kind of falls into our I'm a member of Blessed Sacrament, and we have what we call the 3 T's. You know, offering your talent, your treasure, and your time. Well, we've added a 4th one, telling someone. And so even, you know, financial support's important, but being able to tell someone when they need us, you know, hopefully I hope no one, you know, they don't need us, but if you were for some reason to need us, if somebody you know has died and has children, and, you know, there's someone that can bring them, then we're there for them, and it's really nice to have something solid to give someone.
Absolutely. Now, what is the center's needs mostly at this time? What are you looking for?
Right now, we get a volunteer training in November.
Okay.
Our volunteers are trained. It's a 15-hour training, and people say, well, I don't know, you know, I don't know if I can help because I actually had somebody die, and I might start crying or whatever. And what we found is that even our volunteers are experiencing some healing as they are helping others. And so it has this ripple effect. Not only are the kids healing, but the people that come to help them are healing. So the volunteers, we always need volunteers. We always need financial donations. Once again, making sure that you tell someone about us. There is a list on our website of you know, different supplies we need. We're having a picnic coming up in August.
Oh, good.
It's the 27th. It's our 2nd annual. It's Thursday, and it's from 4 to 8, I believe. And we actually were going to do like a drum workshop with our kids and make drums. And so if anybody has empty pickle barrels, they can contact us. Yeah, and actually old tires. We make these huge drums out of old tires. It's amazing.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, and we certainly wish the Children's Grief Center the best in helping these children and youth. And thank you for joining us today, Camille.
Thanks, Linda, for all that you do.
Thank you. Stay tuned for our next guest from Midland Center for the Arts.